STARepublic Weekly Horoscope for the Water Signs from April 17th to April 23rd. Hey there! If you're a Cancer, this week might feel like a roller coaster ride. There are a lot of astronomical events happening, like hybrid solar eclipses, sun shifts, new moon, and Mercury's retrograde. But don't worry, you can still make the most of this week by staying calm and grounded. On Thursday, April 20th, the Sun moves into your 11th house, which represents friendship. As a natural empathy and sensitive person, you'll value your friendships even more during this time. You'll enjoy sharing your hobbies with your pals and being a supportive friend. With Mercury and Uranus also in your 11th house, you'll attract new friends and have more casual encounters. But watch out, because Mercury begins its retrograde motion on April 21st, which can cause communication issues and misunderstandings. If you're close with someone, make sure to communicate clearly and avoid any misunderstandings. The new moon on Thursday also takes place in your 11th house, making it a good time to start new relationships or projects. However, there's also a hybrid solar eclipse happening on April 20th, which can cause sudden changes in your relationships. Don't worry too much though, just stay calm and watch things unfold without getting too emotional. Mars is in your house of self-representation, which means you'll be more competitive and active this week. You might even get into an argument with your family on Wednesday, so be careful not to hurt their feelings. The Sun will also square with Pluto in your 8th house, which represents inheritance and possessions, so you might feel strongly about your family's legacy or your spouse's belongings. And on Thursday, Jupiter forms a square with Pluto, making you more stubborn and set in your ways. If you feel like hiding your feelings over the weekend, it's not the best solution. Take some time to calm your mind and express your thoughts gently. Finally, Venus is in your 12th house, which represents your inner world. Until Thursday, Venus will square with Saturn in your 9th house, which represents culture and spiritual growth. It might be a bit tough at the beginning of the week, but you'll have some time and space on the weekend to pursue your hobbies and recharge your batteries. It's a great time to indulge in your favorite activities and find inner peace in a quiet place. Remember to take care of yourself and stay grounded this week, Cancer. Hi there! Are you a Scorpio? This week is going to be quite a ride for you, with some major changes happening in the cosmos. But don't worry, it's also a good time to take a deep breath and approach everything with calmness and serenity. Some exciting astronomical events are happening this week, including a hybrid solar eclipse, a sun shift, a new moon, and Mercury's retrograde. But what does all of this mean for you? On Thursday, April 20th, the Sun moves to your 7th house Taurus, which is all about marriage or relationships with others. This is a lucky time for you to either find the perfect partner or start a successful joint venture. You'll need to put the needs of the other person ahead of your own, but it will be worth it. If you're in business, you might find yourself forming a relationship with a high-ranking person. Meanwhile, Venus is in your 8th house, which is all about heritage and other people's belongings. You might find yourself attracted to someone with a good legacy or appearance and feel a little tempted. There's a lot going on in your 7th house this week, with Mercury and Uranus also in the mix. Communication is key, especially if you're in a relationship. You don't like to feel restricted, so if you're feeling trapped, you might want to take a step back. Just be aware that Mercury will start to go retrograde on April 21st, which could cause some communication issues with your partner. Even a small misunderstanding could cause some tension, so try to be patient. The Sun also forms a square with Pluto in your 4th house, which represents your family. You might feel like you're being persistent and stubborn with your family or partner, but it's important to approach them with a gentle touch. Jupiter also forms a square with Pluto on Thursday, which means you might need to lower your guard a bit and try to reduce any conflicts. But there's some good news, too. The new moon is starting in your 7th house on Thursday, which is a great signal for you to start a new relationship or improve an existing one. However, since there's also a solar eclipse happening, it's a good time to plan and take things slowly. Mars is also in your 9th house, which represents culture and spiritual growth. You might feel very confident and strong in your beliefs, but try to stay open to changes in your environment. Saturn and Neptune are in your 5th house, which is all about love and entertainment. You might be feeling a little closed off or secretive about your dating life, but it's important to be honest with yourself and others. Jupiter is in your 6th house, which represents work, labor, and health. You're doing great with work, but make sure you're taking care of your mental health and not overworking yourself. Overall, this is a week of change and growth for Scorpios. Take things one step at a time, communicate openly with your partner, and be kind to yourself and others. Good. Hey there, Pisces. This week is going to be pretty wild with all kinds of cosmic events happening in the sky. But don't worry, you don't have to be an astrology expert to enjoy the benefits of this time. Everyone can benefit from a calm and peaceful approach to life right now, no matter what your zodiac sign is. As for you specifically, the Sun is moving into your 3rd house on Thursday, April 20th, which means you'll be feeling more curious and intellectually stimulated. If you work with languages or communication, you can expect some positive feedback in your job. And even if you don't work in those fields, you'll find yourself drawn to reading and writing more than usual. But be careful, because on April 21st, Mercury begins its retrograde journey, which can lead to communication issues and misunderstandings. Don't worry too much, though. Your sensitivity and creativity will help you navigate any challenges that come your way. On Thursday, there's also a new moon in your 3rd house, which is a great time to start new projects or relationships. Just be aware that a solar eclipse is happening around the same time, so it's better to plan things out rather than rush into action. Your ruler Neptune is sitting with Saturn in your sign, which means your artistic talents will be shining brightly. But be mindful of your family relationships, as Saturn's square with Venus may cause you to neglect those important connections. Overall, this week is a time for reflection and self-care. Don't be afraid to take some time to yourself and focus on your emotional and physical well-being. And if you're feeling adventurous, try some new hobbies or take a trip to shake things up.